This is Marissa Lenti, and you are about to watch a Dicejunkies gameplay video.
This is Bloodaxe, and welcome to another Dicejunkies gameplay video. As always, we hope you enjoy it. Alright, this is Bloodaxe coming at you with another grounded video. This time we're doing the Hot and Hazy update, and we're going to go over all the mutations, but more importantly, how the mutations have changed. Because once you downloaded it, I'm sure you realize that some of the mutations now behave significantly differently. So we're going to go over all this with you right now. So the first one is Buff Lungs. This is one that you do purchase from Burgle. And what this one does was this one increases your stamina by 50%. So that one's pretty much unchanged. Now when we get over to the Grassmaster increases your chopping proficiency. The first level goes up to 25 and then 50% and then 100%. But how this behaves, it actually refunds stamina used when harvesting grass. So that's a little bit different than what we've seen before. To unlock this, you actually have to chop 50 blades of grass for phase 1, 200 blades of grass for phase 2, and then for the final level, it's 500 blades of grass. So it's going to take you a little while to get to those, but through organic building, you should be able to achieve level 3 relatively quickly. The next one is Rock Cracker. This one also increases the efficiency of busting rocks. This also includes quartzite plus also the pebblet nodes. And the efficiency is 25, 50, and 100% respectively. To get the level 1 unlocked, it's 25 rocks. Second level is 75, and the last one is 100 rocks. Annihilator. This one I haven't used for a while, but now with the Black Anthill, it's definitely one in my rotation. What this does is gives you an extra damage of 5, 15, and 25%, depending on the level you've unlocked. But on the very last tier, level 3, it also increases your resistance by, to ant damage by 10%. So that's a nice little enhancement there. To unlock, you need to get 50 kills, 50 ant kills for phase 1, 100 kills for level 2, and then the last one is 150 ant kills. Our next mutation is Little Fist, and which we'll see here in a second with another mutation is actually become more viable. But what this one does is it gives you a double damage when barehanded. And to unlock this one, you need to get 50 barehanded kills. This one I usually got with hunting the lawn mites, but also aphids, weevils, those types of creatures will also work fine as well. Coup de Grace, guess what? We get an extra level to Coup de Grace. Coup de Grace, what this does is gives you a crit chance of 10%. And to get level 1, you have to discover the 4-leaf clover landmark, which is on the southern side of the map. There's plenty of videos out there if you need to know where it's located. However, level 2 is a little bit tricky, and this one I will give credit to my boy Q. We were on the picnic table and we were going through the little maze, and in the center of the maze we finally found the D20, and to get level 2 you must roll a 20 on that 20-sided die. So if you need help with that, we'll have some videos up for that here in a little bit, but you must roll a 20 on the D20 on the picnic table to get level 2 of Coup de Grace and enjoy a 25% crit chance, which you can definitely tell the difference in combat now. Alright, Juicy. This one I never used, but now this is starting to become something more interesting, because what this does now is once you discover all 5 juice boxes from the original game, this will decrease your thirst by 50% slower. So you will not have to burn through nearly as much water or juice as you're traveling the backyard. So that one's something a little more interesting than what I have traditionally thought of it before. Natural Explorer, finally, we were able to get level 3 on this one. This is one of the ones that I've been just chomping at the bit to finally finish off because it's such a helpful perk. But with Little Explorer, you'll actually get this by traversing the backyard. And what this actually does is increase your sprint speed. So level 1 is a small boost at 3%. You have to discover 5 landmarks. Level 2 is 6% boost. You have to discover 20 landmarks. But level 3 is 50. Level 3 is 10% with 50 landmarks. So again, you're getting a significant boost to your sprint speed once you get that to level 3. Cardio Fan. This one is definitely in my rotation just because it gives you faster stamina regen, and I'll even use this in combat. But what this does is gives you increase of 10%, 15, and 20% of your stamina respectively. So to get the 10%, you have to exhaust your entire stamina meter 100 times. For level 2, for 15%, you have to exhaust your stamina meter 250 times. And level 3, the 20% regeneration speed, you have to exhaust your stamina meter 500 times. All right, Reliable Friend. Again, we've also found a use for this. And what this does is basically increases your revive speed with other players. Um, this one has a 15, 25, and 40% speed increase. In order to get the 15% level 1, you have to have 5 revives. The 25% for level 2 is 15 revives. And for level 3, the 40%, you need 30 revives. Obviously, you'll need to have other players in your game in order to unlock this. The next one is Sharpshooter, and this was one of the ones that Q has been working on. He's trying to get a archery build, which I find interesting because you pair that with some of the new armors and qualities, it actually becomes almost viable, I believe. But we'll do some videos on some armor here in a little bit. But with Sharpshooter, this one also has 3 levels, and what this does is gives bow attacks now have a chance to root the target. It no longer gives you more damage, but allows you to root the target, which will make them temporarily stationary. Level 1, you have to get 50 kills with the bow or crossbow, and level 2 is 100 kills with the bow or crossbow, and then level 3 is 200 kills with the bow or crossbow. So that one's a little bit different than what we've seen before. We'll see a similar change with our other weapon types here in a second. Meat Shield. This is one of the ones you do buy from Burgle, and I've been using this a lot with the some of the heavier creatures with the update. And this one gives you additional 50% health capacity, so your max health increases by 50%. Fresh Defense. This one also now has multiple levels, so with a cap of 3 levels. And this one, you're going to have to start finding those mints more often in order to be able to get this, because we have to actually start consuming the mints. Originally, it was just put a mint in your inventory. Now you actually have to consume mints for this to work. One of the benefits, though, is in addition to having resistance to gas and burning damage, which i.e. the haze and the bombardier beetles, but now you have sizzle rate reduction, which also helps in the sandbox. So the percentages on these are level 1 for resistance to burning damage and gas is 25%. Sizzle reduction is 25%. Level 2 for burning and gas is 50%. Same for sizzle is 50%. But interestingly, it only has 50% at level 3 for burning and gas, but we're showing a 75% reduction in sizzle rate. This may be a game bug and should be, and hopefully will be fixed for the burning and gas damage, but we're showing 50 and 75 respectively. To get level 1, just consume 1 mint shard. To unlock level 2 is 5 mint shards, and for level 3 is consume 10 pieces of mint, and then you'll have level 3. So again, very, very helpful perk. The next one is Chopper, which this one is going to work with your axes. And what this does is gives you your axe a percentage chance to stagger the target, which staggering, stun, rooting have all become interesting new mechanics in the game. No longer adding damage, but adding extra effects. So this one gives your axe a chance to stagger. To unlock, you have to kill 50 creatures with an axe for level 1. Level 2 is 100 creatures with an axe, and then level 3 is 200 creatures with an axe. Smasher is the next one. This one is using your hammers, which your insect hammer is probably the most common one to use this with. And this one has a chance to daze your enemy upon a hit. So to unlock level 1, it's again 50 creatures with a hammer, and then level 2 is 100 creatures with a hammer, and level 3 is 200 creatures with a hammer. Daredevil, this one is also burger viable, and what this does is reduces your fall damage by 25%. However, if you were to fall and have enough damage to kill you, it actually will leave you at 1 health instead. I don't recall that second part being part of Daredevil, but now that that is something that's in the game, that actually is something that's really feasible, especially when you're running low on Dandelion Tuft, or you don't have one at all. Javelineer, this one is definitely helpful when you're, especially when you're in the water. But what this does is allows your spears to have a chance to cripple a target, in essence, slowing them down. So to unlock level 1, you have to have 50 kills with the spear. Level 2 is 100 kills with the spear. And level 3 is 200 kills with the spear. And the trident also works as well. Assassin, this is going to help you with your daggers, which I don't use a whole lot of, but if those of you that want to use daggers, you're more than welcome to, because now you have an opportunity to possibly bleed your target. And very similar setup as far as your kill rate. Level 1 is 50 kills, level 2 is 100 kills, and level 3 is 200 kills with the dagger. All right, Mertine. This is one of our water perks that we are able to use. And what this does is gives you an increased oxygen time of 10% and swim speed of 15%. 15%. Gives you an increased swim speed of 15%. And to unlock this, you must discover 3 underwater locations, which traditionally the lab will be the last one, but there's the frisbee, there's the wedding ring, there are several locations in the water. Barbarian, this is the one that I usually run because I normally use the Broodmother mace. And something that I like, but also kind of starting to not like so much, is the changes to this perk. What this does is gives your club a chance to rage while in combat. And while raged, you have increased attack damage, which is great. Unable to perfect block is a hindrance, in my opinion, because I'd really like to use the parry ability. So I may have to switch over to swords, which we'll see here in a second. In order to unlock this, it's very similar. It's 100 kills with the club for level. Sorry. In order to unlock level 1 is 50 kills with the club, level 2 is 100 kills with the club, and level 3 is 200 kills with the club. The next one is Mom Jeans, and I wish this was better than what it is, because it's really kind of a cool perk, but the ability that this provides versus the other ones I don't think offsets the value. But this one, what this does is gives you a chance to spawn friendly spiderlings to attack you to attack your enemies while in combat. To unlock this one, you simply just have to defeat the Broodmother one time, and that unlocks that mutation. Recidivism. This one I usually run all the time, but where I've been running around lately is fighting the ant lion, so I don't have turned on now. But this one grants you immunity to poison, which is absolutely phenomenal when fighting wolf spiders or even the Broodmother. And you have to kill 5 wolf spiders from different spawn points this time in order to unlock this one. So it, again, a little bit of a change as far as how you unlock this perk. Blade-Master, this is one of our new ones from the Hot and Hazy update. And we knew this was coming because all the other weapon types had mutations. Unfortunately, the swords do not. Well, now we do. And what we do is actually give you a chance to restore your durability to your weapon, which if you ever use the mosquito needle, that rapier, it was draining almost in one fight with the wolf spider just because you were attacking so fast. Well, now you have a chance to restore durability, which makes using that little more plausible, especially if you're going to go with a sword and board routine. So in order to unlock level 1 with this one, you have to kill 50 creatures with a sword. Level 2 is 100 creatures with a sword. And level 3 is 200 creatures with a sword. Parry Master. This one is, again, one of the ones I've been using frequently. And what this does is gives you an increased parry window. So if you're not exactly on the money when it comes to your parry, this will give you a larger window in order to go ahead and block that attack. So your perfect block now has a larger window of time. To unlock level 1, you have to have 20 perfect parries. Phase 2 is 60 perfect parries, and level 3 is 100 perfect parries. All right, Spicy Safety. This is our second new one that came with the Hot and Hazy update. And this one I haven't had a chance to really put into use yet, but it is definitely a curious one because it reduces your damage taken from smashing and stabbing attacks. Now, in order to unlock this one, you have to consume one of the spicy shards, which you get from chakras, which I'll have an example at the end of this video to show you where these are located at. So to get level 1 unlocked, you have to consume 1 shard, and to unlock level 2, you have to consume 4 shards. And this will further reduce your damage from smashing and stabbing attacks. The last one is the Truffle Tussle, which I'm pretty sure is kind of a homage to our wonderful movie The Goonies back in the 80s, the Truffle Shuffle with Chunk. But what this does is it works in conjunction with your little fist because it enhances your unarmed attacks. Remember how I told you we were going to go back to the unarmed attack feasibility? Well, this combined with little fist is definitely going to give you that because your unarmed attacks now have a chance to create a fungal explosion. This is very similar to what we see with most of the creatures in the New Haze area, like the larva or even the ladybug. And what this does is create a damage radius, which really helps, especially if you're fighting groups of enemies. And in order to unlock this, remember the ladybug, well, you have to defeat the infected ladybug in the Haze lab. So there you go. So that's all of the new mutations as far as the Hot and Hazy update, and I will show you some new resource locations here as well. So this is the hot chocolate candy that you can find over in the sandbox. It will spawn from time to time, but map-wise, this kind of shows you where it's located at. And there you go, just pick them up. So we all know about the ice caps that we find in the red ant hill from time to time. Well, apparently once I killed this ant lion right here, which I'll show you on the map, it's right close to where we found the shirakas. There was a underground tunnel, and I found 2 more pieces of mint. So definitely want to show that there's additional places to be able to find the mint resources than before, especially since we need them for the fresh defense mutation. So hopefully this will help you with your quest to find mints. So going back to my other video, I found another location underneath another antlion hole, which not only has the mint, but if you see the Shiraka candy box, there's 2 more Shirakas in here. So if you look at the map and you see the Shiraka box, which is right up here, just on the other side of the ridge, there is another antlion that you have to defeat. And when you go down, guess what? You find more consumables. So again, I just want to make sure that you're able to find all the resources you need to be able to work your mutations, your equipment with the new spicy and the new fresh elements. Each one usually gets around 4. I haven't seen a different amount of them before. Oh, and grab yourself and look at it. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you found the content helpful. If you did so, please hit the thumbs up as it helps spread the channel for other viewers. As always, you can watch Dice Junkies live on Twitch at 3:30 Central Standard Time on Sundays. We also stream gaming content on Twitch throughout the week, so be sure to subscribe there as well. If you can, please go ahead, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're up to date on all the Dice Junkies content. As always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy.
They fucked my tomatoes up!